Thanks to trade barriers, buying imported goods has often been more expensive and difficult than buying domestic goods. During the 1990s, however, the regulations governing global trade were transformed. The most significant change was that 124 countries agreed to adopt the General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade, known as the GATT. GATT, or the GATT, which existed from 1947 to 1995, was an agreement to regulate trade among eventually more than 120 countries, the purpose of which was substantial reduction of tariffs and other trade barriers and the elimination of preferences. GATT members engaged in 8 rounds of trade negotiations, with the Uruguay round signed in 1994 and going into effect in 1995. Although GATT itself was replaced by the World Trade Organization, WTO, in 1995, the changes that it made continue to encourage international trade. Today, the WTO and its member countries are negotiating what's known as the Doha Round, which seeks to advance trade opportunities for developing countries in areas ranging from agriculture to services of intellectual property rights. The WTO, headquartered in Geneva, Switzerland, administers trade agreements, provides a forum for trade organizations, handles trade disputes, monitors national trade policies, and offers technical assistance and training for developing countries for its 164 member countries. Protection of intellectual property has become an increasingly important issue in global trade because of widespread product piracy. Product piracy is also costly to the movie industry, as movie studios and theaters, as well as video or DVD distributors, lose $18 billion each year to pirates. Finally, trade disputes between countries are now fully settled by arbitration panels from the WTO. In the past, countries could use their veto power to cancel a panel's decision. The second major development that has reduced trade barriers has been the creation of regional trading zones, or zones in which tariff and non-tariff barriers are reduced or eliminated for countries within the trading zone. The largest and most important trading zones are the African Free Trade Zone Agreement, the Asia-Pacific Economic Corporation, the Central North American Free Trade Agreement, or NAFTA, and the Union of South American Nations. In 1992, Belgium, Denmark, France, Germany, Greece, Ireland, Italy, Luxembourg, the Netherlands, Portugal, Spain, and the United Kingdom adopted the Maastricht Treaty of Europe. The purpose of this treaty was to transform their 12 different economies and 12 currencies into one common economic market called the European Union, or EU, with one common currency. NAFTA, the North American Free Trade Agreement among the United States, Canada, and Mexico, went into effect on January 1, 1994. More than any other regional trade agreement, NAFTA has liberalized trade between countries so that businesses can plan for one market, North America, rather than 3 separate markets. One of NAFTA's most important achievements was to eliminate most product tariffs and prevent the 3 countries from increasing existing tariffs or introducing new ones. Overall, Mexican and Canadian exports to the United States are up 637% and 151% respectively since NAFTA went into effect. U.S. exports to Mexico and Canada are up 455% and 166%, growing twice as fast as U.S. exports to any other part of the world. In fact, Mexico and Canada now account for 34% of all U.S. exports.